I saw something in the news that I wanted to talk about. That I saw this and went, oh, this needs to be discussed. So before we jump into Elite, I want to talk about this. Let me pull it up real quick. Hang on. This is something I wanted to discuss because you know how we talk about how crazy shit is with, like, you know, well, I mean, Atanashi. You know, this is something that happened in Canada, not the US, but you know how we always talk about the US is going crazy with the DEI shit? It ain't just the US, chat. It ain't. This is an article, happened 9 days ago in Ontario. Small little community that got fined for refusing to participate in Pride Month. And I thought, oh, I haven't read through the article yet. I haven't watched this 3-minute video. But I thought, oh, this should be discussed. This should be, you know, we need to look into this because we hear about this all, you know, happening in stuff in the US. This is in Canada. So I'm really curious what's going on here.
A small Ontario town.
There we go. Okay. There we go. I don't know what the heck happened to it, but okay.
Has a big fine to pay.
There we
go. The township of Emo, located near the Minnesota border, will have to pay thousands of dollars to a local 2S LGBTQ+ organization after the town refused to recognize Pride Month. Standing by live in studio with more on this is CTV's Alexandra Hollick. Alexandra, how much money are we talking about?
Oh, and by the way, notice how they classified the group.
2S LGBTQ+ organization.
2S LGBT plus Q plus fuck, what the hell? It's basically, yeah, they're tacking on letters and they're tacking on letters and numbers all the time. Detrius, hi, hello Raiders. Welcome Raiders, how's it going? Welcome in. Hi, how was your stream? Did you have a fun time? Hello. I hope you guys have a fun time. Welcome. We are just about to, Raiders, welcome in. We were just about to see something going on in Canada about a town that caught a fine for refusing to take part in Pride Month, and I am curious why this is. And we were just, you know, we just got started, so welcome in, join us, and let's see where this ride's gonna take us. Oh, yeah, gotta finish the shout. Is the shout out not working again? Well, for God's sake. My shout out, like, is like so hit or miss these days. Yeah, but the guru, the string guru is like hit or miss these days, whether or not it works. It's nutty. Anyway, we're doing this a quick peek at this news story before we jump into Elite. And we'll see where it takes us.
After the town refused to recognize Pride Month. Standing by live in studio with more on this is CTV's Alexandra Hollick. Alexandra, how much money are we talking about?
A total of $15,000, Marilee. And that's not all. The mayor and the CAO were also ordered to take human rights training.
The township of What? So they not only got fined, thank you, Detrice, I love him too. So, this town, and for God's sake, it's the town of Emo. For fuck's sake, it's the town of Emo. Help, okay. I didn't realize it was the town of Emo. The memes are fucking writing themselves right now. Okay, this is like the memes are writing themselves. Seriously. The town's like, Pride's just a lie, man. Pride means nothing. Our lives mean nothing. That's it. This is big. Okay, but yes, not only was the town fined $15,000, but the mayor and I think they said the operations officer, or I forget who the second person was, had to attend human rights training. Alex, please, choke away. Yeah, exactly, human rights training. Not even like sensitivity training. Fucking human rights training? What the fuck? Since when is saying we're not going to celebrate Pride Month a human fucking rights violation? What, are they gonna pull the mayor and prop them up in front of the
Emotional
goddamn Hague?
damage.
Yeah. Dangerous. If it wasn't, it is now. Seriously, like, I was saying when the TTS popped up, are they gonna put the mayor in front of the Hague for God's sake?
Emotional damage.
Jordan Peterson warned this was going to happen. Cheer 100.
No kidding. And has Asian no mess. Thank you for the follow.
Emo and its mayor were handed a hefty fine by the Ontario Human Rights Tribunal last month for refusing to recognize Pride Month and discriminating against a local 2S LGBTQ+ organization.
The explicit reason.
Wait. How did they discriminate? Because it is too fucking easy these days to just throw out you're being discriminatory. So unless I get some evidentiary proof of discrimination, you're fucking lying. Flat out. I mean, because literally discrimination is thrown around like it's fucking candy right now. Literally. Yes, Alex, it does. It's fucking Ontario. Of course it does. But that word discrimination gets thrown around so fucking much, it's meaningless now. So unless the tribunal can pull me up some fucking evidence in regards to discrimination, the Ontario Human Rights Tribunal is a fucking liar. Yeah. Oh, exactly, Eki. What have I been saying, chat? Words of power are losing all their meaning. Akitora, thank you. Thank you for the prime. Alright, let's hear if they have any actual evidence or if they're doing what we all know they're doing and just talking out of their ass and playing victim.
That they did not adopt our proclamation was obviously tied to the
LGBTQ+ organization.
The explicit reason that they did not adopt our proclamation was obviously tied to the sexual orientation and gender identity issues attached to Pride.
Emo is located nearly.
So because they didn't adopt your proclamation that you tried to shove down their throats, you're automatically calling them bigoted and Islamophobic because they didn't want to take the shit you were shoving down your throat. And by the way, look at how fucking sanctimonious listen to how sanctimonious this guy sounds.
The explicit reason that they did not adopt our proclamation was obviously tied to the sexual orientation and gender identity issues attached to Pride.
Emo.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. People are more than willing to accept people that are LGBT. More than willing. When you shove it down their throats and say, you will like it, you will treat us like fucking gods, yeah, people are gonna have a fucking problem. Oh, and Alex, he does. He looks like a liberal arts major, a liberal arts studies major, who thinks he's like, I'm so smart.
Emo is located nearly 200 kilometers south of Kenora and has a population of just over 1,300 people.
Generally, this is a non-controversial thing, but it's an important signal in a small community.
The dispute.
Yeah, it's a non-controversial thing until you made it controversial. Seriously. Pride Month is Pride Month has the same weight to it in terms of being a quote-unquote holiday that every other non-statutory holiday has, which means if a town of, what they say, 1,500, 1,300 people doesn't feel like having a goddamn parade, who fucking cares? It is literally a village of 1,300 people. Pride is not a statutory holiday. There is no government regulation about it, as there should not be. Who the fuck does this little prick? What's his name again? I want his fucking name.
Organization.
The explicit reason that they did not adopt our
Douglas
proclamation was
Judson. Douglas Judson. Hang on a second. Douglas Judson. What do you want to bet he's protected? What do you want to bet it's protected? What did I say? What did I fucking say? What the fuck did I say? Before I typed it in, what did I say would happen? So, before I even typed it, of course his tweets are protected. Because of course, because he can't handle someone challenging him on his stupidity. 9 days, Leo. This article is 9 days old. Of course there are pronouns in bio, and of course he puts in he's a cat dad. Listen, I'm a cat mom. You don't see that in my fucking Twitter bio. You also didn't see pronouns in my Twitter bio either, do you, chat? Yeah. What is the, okay, Legal Northwest, Legal Clinic, FLOA, Federal Organization of Law. He's a lawyer. Because of course he's a fucking lawyer. Alright. Let's continue.
200 kilometers south of Kenora and has a population of just over 1,300
Hi,
people.
Techno.
generally this is a non-controversial thing, but it's an important signal in a small community.
But yeah, don't worry, Ember. They'll codify Pride Month in Canadian law within 6 months. I heard that What's-His-Face PM also took food tax away in Canada for 2 months. Cheer
yes, I saw.
100.
Yeah, Tysel Trudeau basically, no, what he did is, let me think, I'm trying to remember what he did. It was something with GST on certain goods. Like, okay, first and foremost, chat, food in the grocery store isn't taxed to begin with, okay? In Canada, non-processed food like meats, vegetables, breads, things like that, like grocery staples, there's no tax on it. All right, so there's no tax on now, and I think what Trudeau did, if I remember correctly, is he basically eliminated for the months of November, December, I think, all food GST, like all taxes on like all food. He said there's no GST on any food items like in the grocery store. He did that. I think it was for November and December, I believe. And rather, I'm guessing it's probably the same, like no non-processed food, like grocery staples, meats, veggies, breads, things like that. That is not. Maybe that's not tax news. I don't know. It's been a while.
Cheer 100 off topic, but I think the writer of the article can't read directions. It says Northwestern Ontario, but the map
You're
shows
right.
it on the southwest.
You are right. You're right. You're right. She said Northwestern Ontario, and it's Southwestern Ontario.
Of just over 1,300 people.
Generally, this is a non-controversial thing, but it's an important signal in a small community.
The dispute.
So they're trying to make an example out of them. This is what tyrants do, chat. This guy and the activists behind him are literally stomping on little people to make an example out of them. This is fucking mafia tactics right now. Because now if the bigger towns start saying, we're not going to celebrate Pride Month, they're going to go, nice town you got here. Be a shame if something happened to it, kind of like what happened in Emo. This is literal mafia tactics that they're doing here. Literally. This is mafia tactics and tyranny. They are trying to force ideologies onto a town of 1,300 people. That is the shit that gets you thrown up in front of the fucking egg. Like, seriously, I hope the fuck someone files a lawsuit. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I really hope the fuck someone files a lawsuit saying that what they are doing, is a human rights violation. That it is a violation of Canada Charter rights. Because it is. Flat the fuck out. This is a violation of the Canadian Charter, the Canadian Constitution. It is.
I don't know, that joke about annexing Canada seems like a great idea to me. Cheer
Well,
100.
Tysel, you know what? If this story starts, getting out there, then, if this story really starts getting out there, how many Canadians are gonna start going, yeah, hey Trump, we're in. We'll become the 51st state. Granted, it's not that simple. I'm being facetious. Bear that in mind. I'm being facetious here. But this kind of story gets out, and people in Canada are just going to start going, you know what? It ain't such a bad idea to get amalgamated with the states at this point. Like, seriously. This shit is tyrannical. Let's keep going.
Back to 2020. Borderland Pride requested that the town declare June as Pride Month and display a rainbow flag for a week. The resolution was brought forward at a May 12th council meeting by then Councillor Lincoln Dunn.
I had warned members of council that I was aware of the potential ramifications of not passing this bylaw.
But the bylaw didn't pass. The vote was 3-2 against.
Fucking good! Don't be forced to do it. No town, and Zonker, thank you for the follow, by the way. No town should be forced to celebrate fucking Pride Month. You cannot force a town to do this. That is a tyrannical thing to do. Seriously. This is literally telling a town of 1,300, your rights don't matter. That's what this tribunal the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario just said. Your rights in this town don't matter. We're a Human Rights Tribunal and we say that yours don't matter. Yeah, the town voted and said, nah, we're good. And the Human Rights Tribunal just said, cool, we don't care. We override you.
Oh, hey Ember. My son will be getting his disability starting January though, with back pay.
Good,
Cheer
Tysel.
100.
Good, I'm glad. At least the system's working for you.
With Emo Mayor Harold McQuaker in opposition.
There's no flag being flown for the other side of the coin. So that being said,
sorry, Harold, what's the other side of the coin?
Well, the other side of the coin, there's no flags being flown for the straight people.
In her decision, Ontario.
Fucking based mayor, right there. Fucking base mayor. Is that you're wanting to try to force us to fly a pride flag? There's no flag for straight people, and we're not asking to fly a flag for straight people. Why the fuck should we be forced to fly your flag? Leo, I believe they do. I believe one probably was made, but it's the principle of the matter. They're trying to force this mayor to fly a flag. He doesn't want to fly. Like this is what these activists don't get. You can be supportive of the LGBT community. You can be fully supportive of people that are LGBT and not celebrate Pride. That is possible. It is entirely possible to say, you know what? We're not going to celebrate Pride, but you know what? We still respect you individuals within the LGBT community. We still respect you. We still, you're regular people just like everyone else, and we still respect you completely. But we're not gonna celebrate Pride Month because it makes no sense for us for whatever the reason. But that's not good enough because the activists again are the beasts that will not be fed. And they take, and they take, and they take. And now they're getting the goddamn Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario that is actually hitting this town in their purse.
Well, all of these movements that keep popping up are exactly why I just support people over movements, groups. Cheer
Yeah.
100.
And that's a good thing to do. But you know what? What happens when these activists infiltrate organizations that can stomp on small towns? This town probably does not have the money to fight this in court.
Cheer 100. What I hate the most about this is that these kinds of tactics validate J.K. Rowling's anti-trans propaganda.
Leo, no, I disagree with that. Not that I'm saying like I have any issue with J.K. Rowling's stance on transgender individuals. What I'm saying is it's not validating it. And it's not validating any anti-trans propaganda. In my eyes, it's validating anti-activist propaganda. Because these are activists that are doing this. Probably all the non-activist LGBT people that have seen this article are going, what in the holy fuck are you doing? You are making us the bad guys when we do not fucking care. Again, these activists are doing more harm, much more harm, to the very people they are claiming to champion. Now, all of these people that are LGBT, that are not activists, that are just trying to be normal people, they're gonna get targeted because of these people, because of these fucking activists, because of this human fucking rights tribunal.
If we're going to live in a society that mandates markings and icons that support people's mentality...
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
I wish for a taxpayer flag.
No. If we're going to live in a society that mandates markings and icons that support people's mentality, that's starting to sound dangerously close to forcing people to wear a certain star on their sleeves, doesn't it, chat? Yeah? Yeah, that's sounding vaguely familiar, isn't it? But I thought that that's what they're fighting against. They call everyone else who doesn't agree with them that word. Interesting.
Ontario Human Rights Tribunal Vice Chair Karen Dawson called the mayor's remark demeaning and disparaging and said it constituted discrimination. She
Wow. Shocking how? How does it constitute discrimination? The mayor did not say people that are LGBT do not have rights in my town. Mayor never said that. The mayor just said, we're not flying a flag Because there's no flag for straight people, so we're not gonna fly the rainbow flag for a fucking month, which, by the way, people in the LGBT community, I love you, but we don't need an entire fucking month to celebrate people that are LGBT. We honestly don't. And people in the LGBT community in my chat, educate me, please. How many of you in the LGBT community actually celebrate Pride Month? Seriously, how many of you actually go to the Pride parades and dress up and color your hair and do all the wild shit that you see on TV and Pride parades? How many of you actually do that? Just as a genuine curious question. Granted, it's a small sample size here, but I'm just really curious how many people actually go to these things. Because my first blush thought is, what you see in the news about all these Pride parades is literally a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of the LGBT population. Rex, it's June. It's in June.
Found council's vote to defeat the resolution to be discriminatory too.
I'm gratified that the tribunal made the decision that they did, which I believe was the right decision.
So, Mr. Lincoln Dunn, hang on, I bet he's protected too. Let's see if he's protected. Shall we? Whoop! I'm actually making a poster. I don't want to do that. Let's see if he's protected as well, chat. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if this is any of him. No? No? Okay, I have no idea if any of those are him.
Which I believe was the right decision.
Now the town and the mayor have been ordered to pay Borderland a total of $15,000 to compensate.
What? They fined the mayor personally. I swear to God, I hope that a lawyer sees this news story, contacts the mayor and says, you know what? We're taking him to court and I'm doing it pro bono. Because this needs to go to federal court. This absolutely needs to fucking go to federal court as a charter rights violation. What? Except there isn't now, so that's the ever-loving fucking point. But this human rights tribunal basically decided to go tyrannical on their ass and tell this little town, you don't fucking matter. You don't, they decided to tell this little town, you don't get free will. You will do as we say. They're basically tyrants and mafia all rolled into one. Well, it's not, that's what I'm saying. I hope a lawyer sees this and says, you know what? We're suing and I'm taking your case pro bono. Because they can't afford it, a lawyer. That's why they're not fighting back.
In addition, the mayor and chief administrative officer must complete human rights training.
It's not a great look for a rural community that is struggling to...
Motherfucker! No. This is not a great look for your dumb ass. You look like the very Nazis you like to call everyone else. You and everyone backing you, Mr. Douglas, I'm protected.
27 meters percent 20 going percent 20 to percent 20.
Guys, don't put symbols in the TTS. Remember, it doesn't work. This guy and everyone backing them are the very Nazis they claim to fight against. Seriously. These are the they've become the very things that they claim to fight against. And yeah, it's like, oh, it's a rural town. We know better, so we're just gonna stomp all over you. This motherfucker, who's too scared to show his tweets, by the way. He's such a fucking pussy. He's scared to show his tweets. He knows what's best, and he's gonna enforce that.
Build its economy, to grow its population, and to attract and retain young people. So I'm optimistic that they're going to.
You're a fucking lawyer. You're not an economist. You're not a sociologist. What in the fuck do you know about any of this? Do you live in this town? No. Do you have a degree in economics or sociology? No. Who the fuck are you to say this? Seriously.
Cheer 102-month subscriber. 2-month badge. Current hype train conductor Gore _of_ Thor.
I'll just read it, Gore of Thor. I'll just read it. I'm gonna be 100% serious. I'm a lesbian and I don't support Pride Month or Pride parades. It just seems like an excuse for the radicals who claim to represent us to be degenerates in public. I think that their way of rubbing people's faces into it as payback for perceived historical slights. Yes. I agree. That's basically what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. The people that are doing this don't represent the LGBT community. They don't. Flat the fuck out.
See this in a different light now that we're at the other side of this decision.
CTV News reached out to the CAO of the Township of Emo for comment on the decision, but we haven't heard back.
Alexander,
don't talk to the fucking news. Good. Don't talk to the fucking news because they're only going to slander you. Talk to a lawyer. The unfortunate part is this is a small town. They're not going to be able to afford a lawyer. That's the problem. They're going after a town that can't defend themselves. These pieces of shit are going after a little town that can't defend itself. Oh yeah, the Human Rights Tribunal is a big badass.
Hey Ember, don't you know? You beat more hate with more hate. More racism with more racism. Cheer 100.
Yeah.
We don't know yet, Marilee, but there is a special council meeting set for tomorrow morning, and this is on the agenda.
A small one.
I hate they stick to their fucking guns and say, you know what, fuck it. I really hope. Because let's see if there's anything more about this. Yeah. This is fucking bullshit. It's not a great look for a rural community that's struggling to build its economy. Motherfucker, shut up. Shut the fuck up. If you're too fucking scared to show your goddamn tweets, shut the fuck up. I don't want to fucking hear it from you. Nobody wants to hear it from you. And the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario needs to get taken to fucking court. I hope the fucking god they do, too. I really hope that that the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario gets taken to court. Are there any? No, because of course there are no comments on this. This is insane. This is fucking dystopian. And the Human Rights Tribunal is just come out as being a tyrannical organization, and it needs to be opposed. Flat out. If the they have with this decision, the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario has just showcased they should be disbanded. They should be shut the fuck down and gone away. Because they are not a human rights violation. Or they are not a human rights tribunal. They are a human rights fucking violation. Yeah. They are a violation of human rights. They just violated the Canadian Charter and the Canadian Constitution, and I pray to God that someone, that a lawyer contacts this town and says, let's fucking go. Because this is how it starts. They're starting with this one little town, and they're going to start hitting more towns, going, nice town you got here. Be a shame if something happened to it. It's fucking mafia tactics. This needs to get out there. I'm putting this on YouTube. I hope to God a lot of people see it. This needs to be talked about. Canada is not the bastion of kindness that it's made out to be. Canada is Canada's governmental bodies are just as big of pieces of shit as the United States. You know, people like to bitch about the United States ones. Canada's just as bad. They are just as bad, and in some ways here, they're gonna be worse. I don't fucking care, Destar. Let YouTube nuke it. I'm putting it out there. It has to be no. This has to be put out there. It has to be talked about. This can't be hidden from. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, that tribunal, they've got zero credibility now. Anybody that sees any decision made by the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario, just know they're a human rights violation organization. They, as an organization, violate human rights. Just remember that.